Hi there, and good afternoon. I'm John.
I'm Zen. And I'm Julie.
We're with cNation, and you are tuned in to the 50 Days of Cannabis podcast, where we examine the cannabis laws in each of the 50 states.
Oh, hold on, John, you missed one.
I did. The District of Columbia is also included in this. We just thought 50 days sounded a little better than 51. Today we're looking at the cannabis laws in Nebraska. The Cornhusker State treats personal possession much more humanely than some of its Midwestern counterparts. Zen, tell us about their humane possession laws.
If you have 1 ounce or less on your first offense, it's only a civil infraction.
See, that is humane.
Maximum fine of $300.
9 out of 10.
Second offense is a misdemeanor. No potential for jail time. Max fine of $500.
So still a
Not
misdemeanor
bad.
charge,
Not bad.
but man.
Third offense is a misdemeanor. 7-day jail term. Max fine of $500.
Stings a little bit more.
Still not bad. However,
But wait, there's more.
possession of more than an ounce but less than a pound is a misdemeanor. Up to 3 months in jail and a max fine of $500. Possession of more than a pound is a felony. Up to 5 years in prison and a max fine of $10,000.
Ouch. That even stings a lot more.
Yeah.
Nope.
It is nice to see a civil infraction law on the books
Yeah.
in what's a relatively conservative Midwestern state. Otherwise, it is great to see that they have this. It's a little bit strange, I guess. On the one hand, they don't mind the small amount, the small personal
Yeah,
amounts.
the casual smoker.
They don't care if you smoke too much, obviously, but that 1 pound on up just starts getting them thinking about growing and selling, and
Well, yeah, because a pound
all
is a
that,
bit beyond
so
personal use.
it's just interesting to see those two mindsets in play at the same state, because Idaho had the same 1 pound, on up is all a felony and horrible, but they didn't have any civil infraction laws, all a felony there.
Yeah,
so.
this is pretty friendly to the casual smoker.
pretty
I mean, it's
friendly.
still against the law, but it's not a felony.
Okay, speaking humane, do they have any medical?
No, there are no medical cannabis laws in Nebraska.
Boo, Nebraska. You started out right on these low levels. Keep it going with medical.
Yeah.
Jules, tell us about cultivation and distribution. would you?
All right. So the distribution and cultivation laws are about the same. They're felonies. We're
Right.
looking about 1 to 20 years, about $25,000 fines.
Any amount, right?
Any amount,
okay.
yeah, on plants, any plant or
Okay.
any cannabis. So if your second offense, if you get caught, so if you get cracked having a plant, and then you get cracked having a plant again,
Right.
you can expect 3 to life mandatory.
So a subsequent charge jumps you from that 1 to life to 3 to life. I'm sorry, 1 to 20 to 3 to life on a subsequent, same charge, distribution again. Wow. I might learn my lesson after a year to 20 mandatory.
Right?
Well, yeah, why would you sell again?
Or move to Maryland where, I don't know, 50 pounds is walking around money or something.
Oh, it's a misdemeanor.
I don't know. We keep coming back to Maryland. That 50 pounds is so wonderful. Anyway. So speaking of serious step-ups in charges, Nebraska's school zone laws do exactly that. So they've actually really simplified this. They haven't tried to complicate it. Well, if you're here, then it's this, or if you're here, then it's that, or if it's this, that, and the other. They simply said, if you are doing any of these things like selling or growing in a school zone, they're felonies anyway, 1 to 20, we know that already, but do that in a school zone. Their law says they step that up to the next highest charge. And in Nebraska, that's that jump from mandatory 1 year to possibly 20 to 3 years mandatory all the way to life in prison. So
Yeah, just stay off school zones.
yeah, pretty serious. You know our take on school zone laws at this point in our
We
podcast.
like them a lot.
We do. We don't have too much sympathy for anyone that gets cracked there. So stay out of school zones. For a more comprehensive look at Nebraska's cannabis laws, please visit us at cNation.com and click on the state-by-state link.
Remember, you have rights if you're arrested for any cannabis-related reasons. You have the constitutional right to remain silent until your attorney is present. If you do not have an attorney, ask for one. This is Julie.
This is John.
And Zen.
With cNation, bringing you a snapshot of Nebraska's cannabis laws. Be safe.
Stay informed.
Yeah.
The 50 Days of Cannabis podcast is a copyrighted production of the South American Gold Corporation.
We appreciate your likes and shares on social media.
Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at cNation Channel.